Guys, welcome back to the channel. Let's Talk Leeds. Hope you're all doing well. Before we jump into your Sunderland match review, I just want to thank Ashton Murphy and Mr. P for their super thanks at the end of my last video. I really appreciate it. Any donations really help the channel. Also, a bit of housekeeping. Please subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. There's a lot of people who keep watching my videos who just won't click that button for whatever reason. Please like and get your comments in at the end of the video, guys. I'd like to hear your thoughts. But without further ado, let's jump into tomorrow night's game. Obviously, we picked up a lovely, beautiful 2-0 win on the road against Blackburn at the weekend. Disappointing that Ipswich and Leicester picked up 3 points as well, but it is what it is. It's just lucky we did win, isn't it? Otherwise, we'd be falling further behind. I'm going to jump straight into my starting lineup. Meslier in the sticks, of course. Gray at right back. Rodon and Strelk continuing their centre-back partnership. Jed Spence left back, which we'll talk about in a minute. Kamara and Amps in a double pivot. James on the right. Somerville on the left. Perot and Jorginho up top. So nothing changes for me other than Spence at left back. Now, hear me out. I've seen a lot of people saying he was lazy and lethargic. And everyone's entitled to their opinion, of course. I think he done all right. For someone who hasn't played much football, I think he looked quite energetic and quite match ready and fresh and fit. And I think he done a good job. Now, we haven't heard Daniel Farke's presser yet, but even if Byram is fit enough to play, I would just give him a little rest. Just give him a little rest. He's been injury prone for the last 10 years. He's playing week in, week out. And I think he could do with just a game off, or even just 60 minutes off and bring him on, in a 60-minute mark or whatever, because Spence isn't going to be able to do a full 90 anyway. But I know Spence is naturally a right back, same as Byram. But I think, give him a chance to show what he can do, because he's a quality player. So I would go with Jed Spence left back. Get your comments in the section below, guys. What would you do? Would you start Byram? Even if he is declared fit, he's obviously picked up some kind of niggle. Would you risk him, or would you give Spence a run in the team? But other than that, and let me know if there's any other changes you would make. I can't see why you would try and fix something that isn't broke. I mean, you could make a claim for Nonto, but then who do you drop? You can't drop James. I think Joseph looked good when he come on, but obviously you're not going to start him. But I do hope he gets a cameo at some point, because he looked really good against Blackburn. And it just shows how far down the pecking order Patrick Bamford is now. So, yeah, I'd like to see Joseph get a run out at some point, but obviously not to start the game. Sunderland occupy the last playoff spot, so they're doing all right, sitting in 6th place. Picked up a 2-1 win against West Brom in their last game, which is obviously a decent result, but they're in different form. Their last 6, they've won 2, drawn 2 and lost 2. So, no real consistency going there. Couple of good players. Obviously, we know about Jack Clark. He's their top scorer with 10 goals in 21 games this season, which is pretty decent for a winger, isn't it? We know all about him. They got a couple of other half decent players, but no one that I'd look at and think I'd want them in the Leeds team, and that includes Jack Clark as well. Like, we are far superior to them. That's not me being big-headed or arrogant or any of the above. It's just I do expect us to go to Sunderland and win the game. Ironically, we've only played Sunderland 3 times since 2006. So in 17 years, we've played Sunderland 3 times, which I find quite. I've just double check that, which I find bizarre. Yeah, played them 3 times since 2006. Like, you just wouldn't think that, would you? We've just been avoiding each other in the leagues. We've been promoted, they've been relegated, etc., etc. But yeah, it's going to be an interesting game. Like I said, I would like to see Spence play there at left back, and other than that, it needs to be pretty much the same. We need to keep piling on the pressure to our promotion rivals. Ipswich travel to Watford, and Leicester host Millwall. So we'd expect Leicester to win. Again, Ipswich, you think, could Watford get something? We fought like that with Middlesbrough, and they won easily. So, you hope Watford, they're quite rejuvenated of late, Watford. Are you hoping that they can take a couple of points off Ipswich, or maybe even beat them would be nice, because Ipswich have got a hard run coming up. Obviously, they face us, Leicester. They got the derby against Norwich. So, surely they're going to start dropping points at some stage. Otherwise, it's going to be one of those Leeds United situations where we set a record total of points for coming third place. But yeah, it's a game I'm expecting us to go and win. You know, I don't look at Sunderland's team and fear much, if I'm being completely honest. You know, it'd be interesting the pair up between Jack Clark and it'll be Archie Gray. Hopefully at that position, I think Archie Gray can do a job on him. Obviously, Ampadu or Kamara will come across and help him anyway. Yeah, I'm going for a 2-0 Leeds win. I think we'll win 2-0. I think it'll be a similar game to Blackburn. I think we'll get a goal, absorb a bit of pressure, hit him on the counter. Yes, guys, get your comments in the section below what your score prediction is and your starting lineup. I'm just hoping we can something can go for us. Like, we'll keep winning these games of football, and you know, there's two ways of looking at it. It's frustrating when Leicester and Ipswich keep winning and you're not making any ground, but at the same time, it's like, thank God we are winning, otherwise the gap would just be getting bigger and bigger. But yes, that's it for me, guys. I'll be back with for a chat probably tomorrow night after the game. So if you're around, please join the live stream. Please like the video, comment and subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you, guys.